The steep side of the Great Wall of China, the side that's designed to keep invaders out, is facing China. Now that makes zero sense if it's the Great Wall of China. We're told that the Great Wall of China is to protect China. So why would the steep side be facing China? Don't make no sense.
The wall doesn't have a side that faces the enemy. Throughout most of it, both sides of the wall are exactly the same. And with how jagged and uneven it is, it's difficult to point out the direction the wall would be facing, or a higher side. It's on a mountain range.
Now they say that construction began in 220 BC. Again, this is so difficult to believe. We just had manpower that they built this massive structure to keep what out?
The Great Wall did not look like that in 220 BC. It was much smaller when it was initially constructed by the Qin through forced labor, and this combined some of the earlier constructions by the warring states. Construction was during the Han, Wei, Sui, Liao, and Jin, which are over 1,000 years of history. The last expansion of the wall was by the Ming, whose dynasty ended in 1644. His implication that they constructed it all in 220 and that the final product looked like what we see today is false. The wall was made to protect against barbarian, Turkic, and Mongol tribes who would often form empires, confederacies, and sometimes replacement dynasties to attack China.
Now, when you look into the Great Tartarian Empire, you can still see these structures that still stand. Our hometowns, they built this structure.
The Tartarian Empire is a theory that a previously massive, settled empire, not a steppe nomadic one, existed in Central Asia, conveniently where there are little history records. Then claims that old demolished Victorian-era buildings belonged to him, and don't explain the ones that's still standing. The years of its existence aren't mentioned by its proponents, and all of it is claimed to have been destroyed in mud floods at an undisclosed time.
Real truth about who built this wall. The Tartarian Empire was worldwide. They have tried to erase Tartaria from our history.
The Tartarian Empire never existed. We would have something left of their historicity. In documents, Tartaria is the region's name, named so by the Russians. Tartaria has its issues, as it ignores other historic records of the region, specifically around Samarkand and the Fergana Valley, with the Hephthalites, Dunzagars, Samanid, Timurid, Seljuk, Mughal, Khwarizmid, and of course the most famous Mongolian Empire. Tartarian Empire myths appear out of Russian sources, as they were the only empire to refer to them as one entity. I don't know what structures in his hometowns an American can claim, since he isn't even connected to the region, or why this empire existed across the planet but didn't own China specifically in his version, nor any mention of why the hatred and cover-up by multiple civilizations that did not speak to each other in ancient history. The amount of difficulty and the amount of effort it would take to cover up such an empire is not worth the trouble of just telling people that they were around. Simplest, Occam's razor explanation is that it never happened.